Welcome to Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas. Tonight, the World Youth American Football League is playing host to a world championship. First game tonight will be the Green Machine from Germany as they play host, or they challenge, I guess, the Uncle Chuc Allstars from inner city Houston.
Yeah, I guess when you're from Germany, you can't really play host once you're playing in Houston. But we got a chance to look at these kids down on the field, and you know, just the size differential. These are some big German boys coming into this game this afternoon.
I was really surprised being down on the field before the game, looking at them and speaking with the coaches. The development of the kids physically, they really are good-looking kids. They look like football players, and according to the coach, they've been playing for a while and really understand the game.
Yeah, this is about the fourth or fifth time that they've held this tournament. We were talking to Coach Friedrich downstairs that they played in this tournament a year ago. It was held in Paris, and it's just a great opportunity for these kids to go over. It's a cultural exchange of sorts. You have kids going to Paris and taking in the sights and sounds. Now they come the other side of the Atlantic over here into Texas and get a sight and sounds of what it's like here on the American side of things. And it's just a very interesting, interesting how this game of football has kind of leapt overseas a little bit.
Well, they talked about that a little bit. Kay Friedrich is the head coach of the German team, and he was telling us that he actually played in the league as a teenager in Germany, and then as he began coaching, he actually had a chance to come over to the United States and work with Bobby Bowden at Florida State to kind of learn some of the intricacies of the way Americans play the game and develop some skills and some techniques that come from that style of play. And he was telling us he's sharing that with the coaches because they do this for the love of the game. They're not paid for this. In Europe, there's no school sports. It's all club sports. So just kind of curious about the way it all came together for them. And this is an all-star team that's gathered from the North Rhine area near Westphalia. So those of you that spent some time watching the World League, the Rhine Fire comes to my mind as I remember watching them play in the World League. So it's something that they've been exposed to and they've developed, and they've been playing in this league now for several years, and I'm excited to see what they do.
Absolutely. It's they'll taking on the Uncle Chuc team is the name of their opponent here this afternoon. It's inner city Houston area team here representing the United States. Uncle Chuc, CHUC, committed to helping underprivileged children, a lot of them from the Langham Creek area, maybe some Cy-Fall high school players. And the way that this thing is set up is 16 and under. It's a club team type scenario.
Well, we're underway. This is Uncle Chuc with the ball. That's Charles Woods carrying for Uncle Chuc. Now, this is a group of 14, 15, 16-year-olds. From what I understand, they cannot turn 17 during the year. So they would have been born, I guess, in 98 and 99, something like that. And cannot be 17 during this calendar year. Inner city Houston team, as I understand it, was kind of put together at the last few minutes. A team from Paris, France was supposed to play, and they didn't have an opportunity to get over here. They couldn't. Something came up, so Eldon Campbell, who's in charge of the league, got together with the team from Houston and got Uncle Chuc here. And here we go.
What a great return there by Charles Woods all the way out to the 40, breaking through the arm tackles of the Green Machine.
Uncle Chuc looks like a wishbone team.
I don't see that too often anymore.
Quarterback keeper. Noah Tanako from Cy-Fair is the quarterback under center. Keeps that one for a gain of about 2, bring up second down and 8. Interestingly enough, when you put together an all-star team, especially for our kids in the United States, right now is really baseball season. So some of these kids are not really focused on football. The idea that they're going to come together with people they don't really even know in most cases and put together an all-star team, especially when it was done in a hurry, it'd be interesting to see how well they can play the game without penalties and that kind of thing. Second down and 8. Have a flag already. And well, actually it's a timeout charged Uncle Chuc. And I would expect this to be something we see quite a bit of early on, trying to get signals together. Interestingly enough, they're going to actually play NCAA rules, which is what we play in high school in Texas.
Right.
Canadian team is used to playing Canadian football rules, which is a little different, but they do play 11-man instead of 12 like they do in Canada. And Germany was telling me they play pretty much NCAA rules too, so there shouldn't be too much confusion about the rules. But for those of us in the United States that are accustomed to high school games, it's kind of strange to look out there and see 7 officials.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Greg Maxwell earlier, who's in charge of the officials, and it's basically an all-star crew that was put together to do these games. And some of these guys actually travel over to Europe to officiate those games over there. Second down and 8. Noah Tanako under center. Actually, that's number 2. Got a fumble early. Looks like Uncle Chuck is going to end up with the ball. Quarterback is actually Nick Chuc from Langham Creek. Hand that ball off to Antonio Brooks from Cullen Middle School, and had a bad exchange. They're going to lose about 12 yards on that play, so it's going to bring up third down and really long.
Yeah, lucky to even get the ball back. The handoff to Antonio Brooks, hitting the backfield, and we were talking to Coach Friedrich down on the field. He says he runs a 3-5 front, which is something you don't typically hear from a defensive scheme standpoint. But he says they're very blitz happy. The linebackers are going to be making a lot of plays, and I guess that's something you expect when you have 5 of them out there on the field.
Third down now, about 20 for Uncle Chuck. Back in the wishbone. Turning power to the right side.
And number 34,
nice gain here. He's going to get about 15. It's still going to be short. That's Charles Woods from Jack Yates High School. Wonder why they're not playing basketball this time of year. Charles picks up 15. It's going to bring up fourth down and about 5.
Charles Woods showing the power there, running through the first initial tackle. We saw him on the kickoff return do something similar. He's a tough kid to bring down.
Best I remember, Yates played about 2 rounds deep into the playoffs this year in football.
Fourth down, 5 yards to go for Texas.
Fourth down, we're going to go for it. Fourth down and 5 now for Uncle Chuck.
Line up to go for it.
Turn and give it back to Woods. Miscommunication again on that handoff. So we're going to lose a ball on downs and a turnover. Well, looks like Uncle Chuck actually made the recovery, but they're going to lose it on downs. So we'll see the green machine from Germany on offense now for the first time. They'll take over about the 37-yard line.
Trying to give it back right back to the guy who picked up so many yards there on third down. Try to give it back to Charles Woods. It looked like he just never closed that hole to put the ball in. The quarterback, Sunoco, put it right where he needed to be. There's no botched snap or anything like that. It looked like it was perfectly in rhythm, but Charles Woods just didn't wrap his hands around it in time, and fumble or not, green machine take over.
Green machine now. 3 wide receivers. 2 back set. Turn and give it on a simple power play. They're going to fumble it, and Charles Woods, who just had the fumble for the Uncle Chuck, recovers that fumble for Uncle Chuck. So turnover on the first play. Actually, turnover on the first series for both teams now. And Uncle Chuck takes over. 1st and 10 on their 35-yard
line.
And, errors and things like that you expect when you touched on it a little bit earlier, when you have all-star teams like this, and that's why you see on the green machine so many players sporting different colored helmets and whatnot. That's each club team that they're representing. But when you're trying to bring in so many new people into a team like that, it's going to be tough to just get the fundamentals and whatnot down. And that was the case there. They tried to hand it back to running back Vincent Heinrich, and he just coughed it up.
So Uncle Chuck now 1st and 10, their 35-yard line. Once again, they're in the wishbone. Turn and hand off to Charles Woods. I believe I'd do that again if I was in. This time they're going to lose 2. There we saw the Gastineau salute. Those of you that remember who Mark Gastineau is, that was kind of interesting. The player from Germany, number 99, whose number I can't find on my roster, but gave us the Gastineau salute. Going to lose 2 yards to bring up 2nd down now about 12.
These two teams with very different styles of offense. We talked to Coach Friedrich. He wants to go spread. He wants to have 3-4 wide receivers on the field at a time. And for Uncle Chuck here at the wishbone, which is it's a dying offense that you don't see a whole lot of nowadays.
Texas lines up with a single deep
slot.
back.
This is a Georgia State.
Middle, stop short.
Georgia Tech.
Number 58 for Germany.
That's going to go for about no gain. See, they shift back into that and then give it to him on the ISO. Straight up the middle. Germany does a nice job of closing down all the gaps.
Yeah, Marius Kinsey, the linebacker, looked like he was down on the line that time. Just beat his man right off the ball with the almost a J.J. Watt type swim move over the shoulder and just blew that play up before it even had a chance to get going.
Third down now, about 13. Uncle Chuc back in the double slot. Little option play, nice block there on the edge. Nice job of fighting through players there. Ball carries number 5, Noah Tanako, who I mistaken earlier is actually number 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Antonio Brooks from Cullen Middle School. He's going to pick up about 7. Once again, 4th down and 5 now. Last time we saw this scenario, Uncle Chuc went for the first down. No reason to expect they wouldn't again. That double slot, of course, gives you some more option capabilities. And see, the Air Force has run that for several years.
4th down and 5 yards to go for Texas from the 40-yard line.
Back to it again. 4th down and 5. Motion, toss. Nice play out there on the edge. Number 45. What a nice defensive play from Marius Motzak, linebacker, who forced it outside where he could get some safety help. Going to lose it on downs. They're going to lose about 5 on the play. Watch the play right here. Nice job.
He blew up the fullback right back into the lap of the running back, and then number 58, Marius Kinsey, was there to clean it up. But like you said, Motzak was there to really blew up that play from the get-go. Kinsey there just to get the credit at the end of the play.
First down and 10, 35-yard line again for Germany. Germany comes to the line. An instant replay almost of what we saw just a moment ago. Going to the wristbands here. Germany now in the shotgun. Looking for the fade.
Quarterback number 7, Patrick.
See how they go fast. We're going to have another turnover. Really nice job defensively by the cornerback on that play.
Number 32.
Try to throw the fade on one-on-one coverage on the outside. Let's take a peek. Ball's just a little bit on the throw. Nice tip.
It will be Texas ball, first and 10
play.
at the 13-yard
Yeah, Anza Richardson, the cornerback on that side, just manned up with a wide receiver. The Cy Lakes High School product goes up. He probably wishes he would have made the interception, but he did a great job popping the ball up in the air, and the safety comes from over the top. Freeman, number 32, able to clean it up, and two straight turnovers now by the Green Machine.
Trying to make something happen early. When you see that one-on-one coverage on the outside, it's always good to stretch the defense and throw it early.
Absolutely.
Just
anytime,
a little bit underthrown.
Anytime you can get some man-to-man coverage, that's when you want to take a shot down the field, and just a little bit further outside, it could have been a big play.
6:51 to go in the first quarter at Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas. This is Uncle Chuc with the ball. First down and 10.
Quarterback number 2 rolls out.
Quarterback sweep to the right side.
5-yard line.
Chuc Kurgwin. I sure wish I had a better pronunciation for his name. But he can't quite get the outside. Another outstanding play on the edge. See, they just missed the block. We get a box out. That's a great job.
45, Motzak again was the one who just blew that play up and tried to go to the outside. He was fighting through a block. Made the quarterback stretch that play out. That allows his defense in pursuit to come in and swarm and make the play deep in the backfield. Looks like about a loss of 7 or 8 on the play.
Bring up second down now. Let's say 18. Clock running at 6:08. Uncle Chuc back in the wishbone. Trying to hand it on that power play.
Number 34, Charles Woods on the carry.
That's Charles Woods. We've seen that before.
Driven out of bounds.
Tackled inbounds, so the clock's going to continue to run. No gain on the play.
You see the linebacker Fabian White's really just nowhere to go. We've seen Charles Woods power through some tackles already here this afternoon. This was not the case that time.
Coach Friedrich told us before the game to expect Fabian Whites to be involved in quite a few tackles. Told us he was one of the playmakers on defense. You saw right there, he did a great job.
Down.
Third down now, let's say 17. Inside quick trap. And off to number 5 that time, Noah Tanaka. Tackled for maybe 1 yard gain.
Noah Tanaka on the carry for a short
Marius
gain.
Kinsey yet again. He is just
more than 17 yards
not allowing this run game for Uncle Chuc to get going. He is just all over the field so far.
Really nice job playing on the nose guard right there. It's going to bring up 4th down, and we're going to say 17. Saw some substitutions. You kind of wonder now if Uncle Chuc is going to punt this one.
You would have to believe, but yeah, that looks to be the case. Green Machine, like we said, they played in this tournament. They played in this tournament a year ago. They ended up finishing 2nd.
Well, we're going to get a flag.
Get a flag on the play. Ball being returned by
Ball is
number
fielded
4.
at the 35 by number 4, Dennis Raher.
Dennis Raher.
Return of about 5 yards, but we do
Running
have a
at the
penalty
30-yard
flag.
line.
Looks like we're going
So
to
we
get
do have
roughing
a
the
stoppage
kicker.
in
Not
play
running
with a
into,
flag
but,
down in the end
well,
zone.
which one is the 5-yard version?
That would be running into the kicker.
We're going to get a running into penalty. Decision over there for Uncle Chuc.
Preliminary signal is running into the kicker.
No reason, if it is running into the kicker, no reason not to take the 5 and repunt, but it doesn't look to be the case.
Looks like they're going to.
Shot of it right there.
Yeah, not much contact. Nice job right here, Rayer. Fielding the ball, picking up some positive yards.
We have a timeout on the field.
Really nice. Let's take our first quick break. We're at Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's 4:18 in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
First down for the German Green Machine at the 29-yard line. Timeout. Texas.
There's a light, a certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be what God does it do. If I ain't got you, ain't got you, baby, you don't know what it's like. Baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody the way I love you. Baby, you don't know what it's like, the way I love you.
7-yard line. First down, German Green Machine.
Here we go. Welcome back to Tully Stadium. We're going to actually replay this first play that we just barely missed. Tackle trap here. Ball carries Vincent Heydrich.
Number 7, Moritz Johannes
He
on
gets
the
the
score.
edge.
Picked up a great block. Patrick
On the run.
Schluter, the other running back.
Right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive me if
Really
I
nice job.
seem to butcher
Carries the
some of
ball
these
all the
names
way
tonight.
down to the 12
I
or
will
the
do my
7-yard
best.
line. Make it first down and goal now at the 7. This is the Green Machine from Germany.
First down for the German Green Machine at the 6-yard line in the pitch. Number
Gonna get the edge, and there's going to be our first score of the game. This is Heydrich again. Simple toss play. Nice job of getting to the edge and running to the corner, and we've got our first score.
And just a toss play out to the right side. Most important part about toss is how you can block on the edge. It wasn't a great block there by Schluter, but it was enough to set the defense off of their pursuit angle and create the edge for Heydrich, and touchdown, Green Machine.
Extra point now. German lines up, kicks down. Oh, and he hits the upright. Darn. We're going to miss the extra point. That's Patrick Schluter. who hits the upright on the extra point tries. Germany goes
4 minutes
ahead
and 2 seconds
6-0 here in the first quarter at Tully Stadium. This is the first semifinal of the game brought to you by McDonald's. We'd like to thank the good folks at McDonald's, and we're going to take our second break.
And that was number 29.
We'll be back in just a minute. Yeah.
I'm Deanna De La Garza, and I am your local McDonald's owner-operator. I grew up right here in this great state of Texas, and I am a proud member of your community, and so are our employees. And through the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Houston Galveston, we support numerous initiatives that benefit education and the community. Our Fry Fund has pledged over $1 million to the Ronald McDonald House Caremobiles, which provide free health care services to families in need. The fund also awards college scholarships to outstanding high school students. There's so much more to learn about McDonald's, your owner-operators, employees, and the things we're doing in your community.
I'm Jonathan Chan, and I'm a proud Texas McDonald's owner-operator. Did you know that Texas owner-operators contribute more than $1.4 billion annually to the state economy and the communities we serve? That's $3.8 million a day. In 2012, we employed over 65,000 Texans in our 1,100 McDonald's restaurants and paid more than $650 million in taxes. As community partners, we are dedicated and invested in Texas, our neighborhoods, as well as you and your family. We support numerous educational programs, community organizations, and donate nearly $500,000 in Ronald McDonald House Charity scholarships each year.
We invite you to learn more about McDonald's,
our menu innovations, and our Texas hospitality. Visit us at www.mctexas.com or your local McDonald's.
Over 80% of the menu items at McDonald's is under 400 calories. So now when you go into the stores, you're gonna see these favorites under 400 calories, and it starts with 400, lists some menu options, 300, 200, down to 100. So whatever your choices are, there's definitely an option for you. McDonald's has always been transparent about their menu labeling and menu options. They have been showing their consumers the calorie levels and the nutrition information since the 70s. And it has evolved now to where the place that you're ordering, you can see the calorie levels. You go through the drive-thru, you're gonna see the calories. You come into a store, posted right there, you're gonna find your calorie levels. And I think this is just another option for customers to really decide, what they wanna eat and find something that fits their health goals.
Welcome back to Tully Stadium. Gary Bruton alongside Mason Pratt. It's actually second down now for Uncle Chuck. This is Antonio Brooks again. Moving the pile forward. He's going to pick up about 2.
Stop short for about a gain of
She's
about
doing
1
a great
yard.
job of swarming to the ball.
That will bring up 3rd and 10 for the Texans.
Coach Friedrich, I guess he knew the game plan of Uncle Chuck coming into this one, that they're going to try and establish the run, and why not put 8 in the box and try and just negate that running game right from the get-go. And they've done a pretty good job. They've had a couple plays they've gotten gashed, but really the biggest plays that Uncle Chuck has had so far are on the kickoff returns. This past one, Antonio Brooks took it out to the 45-yard line, and now the offense hadn't done much since then. 3rd down at 10.
Julian Hackert on the tackle that time for the Green Machine. 3rd down now, 10.
30 seconds left.
Back to the double slot.
That's the 45-yard line.
Looks like we're going to get our first pass attempt. Beautiful throw there on the corner route. Number 2, Nick Cherkigan. Throws complete now to number 22. That's Ansar Richardson. He's from Cy Lakes High School. Pick up first down on the play. Pick up close to 20 yards. Beautiful catch. Little corner out, smash we like to call that. 1st down 10 now for Uncle Chuck. Ball's at the 35-yard line. 2:17 to go now in the first quarter.
Give credit to Uncle Chuck on a 3rd down and 10 from an offense that didn't really build for converting 3rd and longs.
Almost went to the well again. Tried to run the same play this way. Corner route down here, smash. Got the official pronunciation now, so I don't have to embarrass myself anymore. That's Nick Cherkigan from Lingham Creek, the quarterback, number 2. That time couldn't get away, couldn't get it off. He's tackled for a loss of about 1.
Yeah, the linebacker Kinsey living in the backfield yet again. Did enough to disrupt Chuc and kind of take away the thought of throwing that ball and he decided to tuck it, try and get what he could, but he ended up losing about a yard or so.
2nd down, 11. There's the motion. This is Mr. Woods, who we've seen a couple of times carry the ball. Really nice play on defense. Beautiful tackle coming up from the secondary that time. Number 2, Michaeli Adamske. There you see the motion. Looks like they set up the reverse look on that play. Really nice job there from McCauley.
Great job by the
bring
defense.
Up 3rd down again, about 13.
To stretch out that play and allow that pursuit from your other defensive players to help and get there. And like you say, Adamski comes up, makes the play, but play by the linebackers to force that running back to go further towards the sideline, not be able to cut up field is what really allowed Adamski to make that play.
Try to go to the pass again. It's going to be tackled for a loss of about 5.
It will be 4th and 18.
Not much going on down the field. Well, he actually looks like he slips too, doesn't it? That's going to bring up another 4th down for Uncle Chuc. They're going to need about 17, 18-yard line maybe, 17, 18 yards. We see Mr. Woods coming in.
That will be the final play of the 1st quarter with our score.
They may just let this clock run down.
That's going to take us down into the 1st quarter now. Score 6-0, Germany over Uncle Chuc, and we'll be back for the start of the 2nd quarter.
This whole property that we got once upon a time was part of a coal mine. We took something that some folks would have said, was absolutely worthless, and now we've got it producing food for people all around the world. It takes a lifetime to build a ranch, and that's kind of what we've been doing, and it's worked out pretty good for us. Good place to raise a family. My kids, they've been here and have been in the cattle business since they were old enough to walk. We take a great deal of pride in what we do here. Beef's what we do. We're all pitching in together, and if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. You got to learn to do the dance with these cows. It's not something that happens overnight. It comes with experience, and it comes with a lot of passion, and occasionally getting your butt kicked. You get to be pretty good at it, or you go find something else to do. There's no better job than one where you actually never go to work, and I don't think I've ever gone to work a day in my life, because I absolutely love it. Most everything that we put into these cattle comes from either from this ranch or somewhere local. The fact that we produce beef from McDonald's, it's a big deal. They have a certain set of quality expectations that absolutely have to be met. You can't get taste without good quality. There's no way to cut corners on that. As a parent and now a grandparent, it's great to see those kids taking an active part in it. And one of these days, I'm going to ride off into the sunset, and it'll be nice to know that somebody else will continue that tradition.
Welcome back to Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas, for the first semifinal game of the World Youth American Football League Championship. This is Germany, the Green Machine in white, versus Uncle Chuc from Houston, Texas. We're getting ready to kick off the 2nd quarter now. Score 6-0 from Germany. And it's actually 4th down now and about 18 for Uncle Chuc. Gary Bruton alongside Mason Pratt. We'd like to thank McDonald's, among our other sponsors, for having us here. And it's a really exciting opportunity for these kids from all over the globe. It's Chuc Woods. He's going to get the edge. He just might get it. Looks like he got the 1st down stake. They're going to mark him a yard pass or 2 yards past. So 4th down and 18. Charles Woods. works the left side, and he gets the edge this time. Nice block right there.
Some great blocks, missed tackles, 2 of them. That allows Woods to turn that edge. And when you have so many guys the way that the Green Machine do in the box, playing this 3-5 front, if you can get past just that first or second line, you're going to have a lot of running room, and that was exactly the case there. That allows a conversion of 4th and 18. That's big.
That's impressive. Charles Woods done a really nice job impressing us tonight for Coach Bo Washington. First down 10 now from the 23-yard line. Uncle Chuc. Here's the motion. Hand off it. Nice play in the backfield there. Ball goes to number 22, Ansar Richardson. I'd be willing to bet that was our man 58 in the backfield.
Absolutely. Marius Kinsey has just been dominating this offensive line so far. There you see just enough, just that turn right there. It allows that defense to come in, just throws off the running back's rhythm. He's not making a whole lot of plays himself, but he is blowing up plays and just completely disrupting the offense so far for Uncle Chuc.
Loss of 1 on the play, so second down and 11. Uncle Chuc, well, 2 in motion. We're going to get a penalty on that one.
Flag down all over the field.
Looks like we're going to have an illegal motion penalty. Can't have 2 moving in the backfield to snap.
No.
And that's kind of to be expected, actually, from an all-star team. They hadn't been able to practice much together. Looks like they almost lost the snap. Of course, that is a live ball at that point. The illegal motion does not kill the play, so had that actually been a fumble that was recovered, there'd be an argument there for Germany.
The refs are still trying to sort everything out. Like you touched on, it's to be expected to see. We've already seen it a couple times on the part of Germany's team, as well as you see the illegal shift that's declined. These teams, they don't get a whole lot of time to practice, so it's hard to find that rhythm, find that chemistry that's so important, especially on the offensive side of things. That's why we've seen a little bit of some sloppy play so far on offense from both squads.
Penalty was declined to bring up third down now, about 12. Germany showing blitz. It looks like Charles Woods again, trying the right side this time. Talking with Coach Friedrich before the game, he told us he had a new Mike linebacker. Just happens to be our friend number 58. He told me he hadn't had very much time practice with them, so he wasn't real sure how effective he was going to be, but watching him play early on, he's making plays.
Absolutely. He said he's only been with the team for about 2 months. And basically what they're telling him from that linebacker spot is just run in the backfield, blow up what you can, and he's been pretty effective so far. He's just been a torpedo in the backfield, just completely disrupting the offense.
Once again, another 4th down play. This is 4th and 9 for Uncle Chuc. Get a blitz up the middle, and that's going to cause some problems. It looks like we're going to turn the ball over on down. So Germany holds 10 minutes and 5 seconds now left in the second quarter. Lots of penetration here.
Yeah, just from the defensive line, from Kinsey blitzing through that A gap. The offensive line having a little bit of trouble keeping the Green Machine at bay so far. This rush and this defensive front for Germany is really stifled Uncle Chuck's offense so far.
Number 99, I understand, is Sebastian maybe? Didn't have his name on my roster early. We're going to get a timeout now from Uncle Chuc. Let's just stay here for a minute and work through the timeout as we kind of get sorted. Just Mason Pratt alongside Gary Bruton. We're at Tully Stadium in Houston now with 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second quarter. This is the first semifinal game of the World Youth American Football League Championship. We're talking a little earlier with Coach Friedrich, Coach K. Friedrich from the Germany team, about some of the things going on. They've been here now for a week. The players are staying with host families, which I think is really an interesting thing. So these kids who are having to pay for this, or a large portion of it anyway, are actually getting intercultural exchange opportunities with their American counterparts and being able to maybe go to the McDonald's here in Houston, the proud sponsor for this event. But they're getting some Texas culture and enjoying a football game and having a chance to compete.
Yeah, Coach Friedrich talked about tomorrow and semifinals here on Friday, finals on Sunday. So tomorrow is really their first off day, even though they've been here for much of the week. That they're going to head down to Galveston, have a good old-fashioned Texas barbecue. I don't think you can get any more Texas than that while you're here.
I'm kind of excited about that. I'd like to join them. How much fun would that be to travel across the country
Absolutely.
and be able to experience this?
Football is not typically one of those club-type sports that travel a whole lot. But
first down and 10 now for Germany. Welcome back. That's a great carry right there, number 21.
Heinrich again had the touchdown run a moment ago, has another big run here.
It's the old-fashioned GT, we call it.
Just follow your blockers in the counter, right through what tackles you can. Impressive run there.
Nice job, picks up the first down. Germany first down 10 now from the 44-yard line.
Heinrich from the Cologne Crocodiles. So any players you see out there with those yellow helmets, it's their hometown club team.
Number 21.
Nice job here on the stretch.
Once again,
that's Heinrich again. He picks up about 6.
Stop short for a short gain.
Coach Friedrich was telling us he was an offensive lineman. He said, don't be surprised if we try to run the ball a lot. Of course, the offensive coordinator wants to throw it some. You know who wins those battles.
Absolutely. He said he wants to allow his offensive linemen to go to work, and they have so far once they've kind of started to find a rhythm here in the late first quarter, now into the second. He's calling those counters, allowing those big boys to get out and run a little bit.
Nice kick-out job right there by the fullback. Counter again. Heinrich.
Good cut.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Pick up about 10 now for Heinrich. Nice job. You see the guard and the tackle pull and kick out the end, work up inside and the backside seal.
Yeah, he's just going to cut right back into it. Open field tackler, make him miss. Has another first down.
First down.
Clock moving now, 8:53. Germany back in that familiar 3 wide receiver set. Should be first down, right? Marker says 4th. This is a new running back for us, number 4. Nice job of cutting the ball up the field, getting second effort from Dennis Rayer. He's going to pick up about 4 on the play, bring up second down now about 6.
Yeah, we saw him field the punt a moment ago. He gets his opportunity. Ball in the other hand, young man. That ball in that left hand while you're running to the left side towards the sideline, but great run there. Just 2-3 yard pickup. What you want out of your running game on first down.
Here's a corner route.
Wide open.
From Germany, beautiful throw. Will work the ball all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Is that number 1 or number 7?
I believe it was the quarterback, number 7, throwing to number 1.
Andre Dick, nice on the corner route. Look at this ball, delivered on time.
Just nobody on the back end on the part of Uncle Chuck. It was play action defense bit, allowed that receiver just to run completely free downfield. You got to think if it was thrown just a little bit further downfield, it could have been another touchdown.
Really nice call on offense. First down now and goal. Ball's at the 5-yard line. Green machine. ISO. Looks like we've got a flag down, so don't go anywhere. But it does look like we're going to score pending the outcome of the flag. Offside's the preliminary signal. Referee today is Norman. I did not understand his last name, but there's Norman, Houston referee. Nice job of ducking your head.
Like our score was 7 minutes and 39 seconds left in the second quarter. Germany 14, Texas 0.
All right. So 7:39 on the clock now. 14-0 Germany. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back to Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Canadian All-Stars versus the other Texas teams. The London Junior Mustangs versus the Texans from Houston. We ask everybody to please stay around and enjoy another game of great.
You very simple questions, just let you talk. Welcome back to Tully Stadium. 7:39 now in the second quarter. Germany leads Uncle Chuc 14-0. And we're getting ready now for the kickoff. I'm joined in the booth by the coach from Team Canada. We'll be with him in just one moment. Kick now from Germany. We've got a fumble. This is not good. Ball was carried by Ansar Richardson. Nice carry, and then fumbles the ball. Covered by Dennis Rarer. So Germany now is going to take possession at the 32-yard line. So Germany's had 2 turnovers early. We see the first turnover now for Uncle Chuc. Germany looks like they're in hurry-up mode here. I'm joined now by PJ. Please pronounce your last name for me.
It's Cercelli, JP Cercelli.
From Team Canada, who's in the second game today. Just want to take a minute and welcome you to Houston. And I know you're enjoying the first half of the game. See anything that triggers anything for your...
Well, you know what? Just watching, I can kind of relate to the frustrations I think some of the coaches are going through, and just talking to some of them before the opening ceremonies. It's tough because you get a group of guys that you want to make an all-star team, but you only have maybe 6 to 8 practices to put it all together. So sometimes you get some sloppy plays in there, and the fundamentals aren't as always crisp as you'd like them to be.
I would think that'd be the big frustration.
Yeah, definitely.
And I know for you, that was Vincent Heydrich on the carry again, the counter again. I know for you guys, you play the Canadian rules, so there's a few differences in the way you're accustomed to playing, and have to make that adjustment with a few practices. I would think that.
Yeah, I mean, a big one obviously is taking one of the guys off the field, because in the Canadian game we're used to 12 on 12. So it's definitely a big adjustment, especially when we're looking at types of defenses that we're going to be seeing, especially in the passing game.
Heydrich on the carry. Big hole up the middle. He's going to be about a yard short, bring up 3rd down and 1. Now, you guys, from what I understand, were not able to get into Houston until just a day or two ago.
That's correct.
And from what I understand, talking to you earlier, there was quite a bit of snow earlier this week.
Yeah, so, we're actually happy to be in this weather, and I know it can get pretty humid. We're used to that just where we're situated. We got the lake effect, so we're used to a lot of humidity.
Quarterback keeper there, Johannek Moritz, keeps the ball, picks up about 5. Going to bring up 1st down now and 10 from the 20. Germany in hurry-up mode, it looks like. Taking this from the Baylor Bears, their concepts about hurry up and play football. Maybe it's the color scheme, I don't know. So you guys, I guess, are staying with host families as well?
No, we're actually in a hotel. So we had some of the parents take the trip.
Toss now to Heydrich. Nice play on the corner out there. He'll pick up about 5. Call it 4. Bring up 2nd down now at about 6. Have you had some time to experience Houston, do anything with the kids?
You know what, the kids had a chance yesterday, had a chance to experience some of the barbecue, and they definitely enjoyed the local cuisine. Myself and some of the other coaches, we didn't get until today, so we're just trying to get accustomed to everything here, and we really look forward to the next few days here.
2nd down 6. Now play action. Got the boot action. Got a route to the corner. This one's going to be picked off at the 2-yard line. Ball thrown a little bit short. Looks like Ansar, if I'm not mistaken. Number 22, Ansar Richardson, makes the play.
I apologize for not being able to see that number, but that was a
Ball thrown deep.
by the defensive back for Texas.
Nice job.
22.
Be the 3rd turnover already in the first half of the game now. 5:19 to go. 14-0 Germany. Uncle Chuck takes over with the ball on about now the 2-yard line. So let's talk a little bit about the Canadian football. You guys actually play in leagues in the school sports.
That's correct.
Like we do here in the United States. How does that work up there? Is there like a district and then you play off from there?
Yeah, it's more based on the city. So any of our major metropolitan areas are going to have anywhere from 8 to 16 teams competing. So it gets pretty competitive, and it's tough because you don't really have a team to get behind as a city. But once there's a winner from there, they go off and they play in their own kind of district region and eventually a provincial championship. So it's a little bit different, but you know, football is growing up in Canada.
Of course, the Canadian Football League is broadcast down here. We get opportunity to see that. And I've had some friends actually that have played in the CFL. Uh-oh, loose ball already. That's not a good sign. Uncle Chuck turns it over now. It's going to be recovered by Germany. That's Wahid Beek.
Yeah,
covering that ball for Germany.
It's tough because you're used to having maybe an exhibition game or two before you get going. So really, this is like the first game for these teams. So, you know, you're not used to that same speed, the same contact you're going to get in the practices. So, you know, it's tough, and you just want to keep telling your kids, you know, be mindful of ball security and do the best you can. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're kids, so, you know, got to be patient with them and just keep encouraging them, and hopefully some good things will happen. But it is tough when it's the first game.
Good. Well, first down 10 now. Germany with the ball. Johannick. This was off tackle. Probably the GT again is going to pick up one. That's Heydrich on the carry. I don't want to keep you, Coach. I know you need to get to your team, but I just want to have a minute to visit with you and kind of share. I really love the idea of basically a global concept where Germany and Canada, and there was a team from France that was supposed to have been here, coming to, in this case, Texas. I understand last year it was in France, I believe. Yeah. To kind of globalize the sport and give all these kids a chance to play. Really think it's a unique concept, and I'd like to welcome you to Houston.
Well, I think I can echo a lot of people's comments. It's the best game we've got going, and we want to make sure it keeps growing, and the more people we have involved and the better quality people we have involved, the better it's going to be for our sport.
Good. Well, good luck to you.
Okay, appreciate it.
Appreciate you coming up.
Okay.
That's Patrick Schulter on the carry, or actually on the pass completion. Nice job right there. Pick up about 6, make it 3rd down and 4. Actually 3rd down and goal. They marked the ball inside the 10. So Germany threatening again now. 4:06 and the clock is moving. Shotgun formation, counter. Love this. This is a quarterback counter. And Johannick takes it to the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark him a little bit short. Welcome back, Mason.
Got to talk to Coach for Canada. They'll play in our next semifinal game here coming up after this one. They'll take on the winner of this tournament last year, the Texans, another team from here in the Houston area.
4th and goal for Germany at the 1-yard line.
4th down and goal now, Germany. Johannick keeps the ball on the quarterback keeper. Looks like he's across for a touchdown. Germany now goes up 20-0. 3:23 now left before halftime. This German team's doing a really good job of mixing it up and basically power football.
Right. They've tried to sprinkle in some little bit of play action pass in there as well. We saw it get intercepted down on the goal line on the previous drive, but they're able to rebound defensively, recovering a fumble. But now this running game for the Green Machine really starting to find a rhythm, really starting to gash this Uncle Chuck defensive unit. That's why you see the Green Machine starting to pull away now.
Patrick Schulter missed that extra point. So it's going to be 20-0 as we get close to halftime. 3:23. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back to Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas.
There's a light, a certain kind of light that never shone on me. I want my life to be, but what God does it do if I ain't got you, ain't got you, baby? You don't know what it's like, baby, you don't know what it's like to love somebody the way I love you.
Welcome back to Tully Stadium for the kickoff in the first semifinal game.
There's your kick.
This is number 7 for number 6 for Uncle Chuc. Antonio Brooks on the carry. Gets the ball back now to about the 27-yard line. Uncle Chuc down 20-0 as we near the end of the first half. Germany putting on quite an offensive display of power football.
Power football on the offensive side of things and shutting down the run defensively. It's a pretty good recipe for success, and that's why the Green Machine have been able to jump out to this 20-0 lead. And now if on the Uncle Chuc side of things, you got to wonder, is this an offense that's built to come back from such a large deficit, down 20-0 here late in this first half? We've seen flashes of success from the running game and on the part of Uncle Chuc, some big gains, but can you do it consistently enough to get back into this? That's going to be the big question.
They do have Charles Woods.
That's right.
He's done a great job carrying the ball. Looks like we're going to get a little movement here. False start against Uncle Chuc. Bo Washington now the head coach for Uncle Chuc, and to his credit, put together this team almost at the last minute when the Paris team pulled out. I think it's interesting that Uncle Chuc is an organization that's trying to get the inner city kids to stay busy and involved in an athletic program where there's always something positive going on. Much credit, in my opinion, goes to Bo Washington for heading this thing up.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to Coach Washington.
First down now, 15, Uncle Chuc. Looks like they try to run a quick trap. It's going to pick up about maybe one. It's going to bring up second down now and 14.
Yeah, this play just never really looked like it was in rhythm. A lot of slow-moving parts to it, and it allows that defense to kind of read and recognize what's going on and read and react and go make a play, which we've seen a lot from this defensive front on the part of the Green Machine so far.
That looks like the defensive coordinator, Dali Payman, for the German team. Second down now, about 13, call it 14. Pitch where he's going to get the end. It looks like he's going to get the first down. Really nice carry that time by Malcolm Davis. Cy-Fair area. Let's see if he can get the corner here. Turn and pitch.
Yeah, he's just going to follow his blockers. Charles Woods helping seal the edge. Great block there by Charles Woods. Allows number 24, Marlon Davis Hunter, to turn that corner.
Step out of bounds. First down 10 now.
That's what we touched on just a minute ago. We've seen flashes of some great success in the running game to where you can pick up 15, 20 yards, almost like a pass in terms of the yardage that you're picking up, but how consistent can you be with it?
Get a little movement again. Looks like we're going to get false start against Uncle Chuc again. So we've seen those explosive plays like you talk about, but they turn around and then they get a penalty right behind it, or we've had a couple of turnovers now, so not really able to pencil things together and make a nice run.
Yeah, it's certainly hard to find a rhythm with setbacks like this. The flags starting 1st and 15, it's hard for your offense. You got to just basically on first down try and make up the yards lost on the penalty and try and get back to a manageable situation. And then you mentioned the turnovers as well. Some ball security issues we heard from Coach Cocelli of the Mustangs from Canada. that, you know, with these all-star teams, fundamentals like ball security are a major concern, and we've seen it from both of these teams here today, and he's touched on it as well. So it's a big thing going into this all-star tournament.
That was first down and 15 play. Give to the fullback that time. Guess who made the play? That's our old friend Julian Hackert. Nice tackle from him. Second down now, 14. Ball on the 35. Uncle Chuc. Clock running now inside of 2 minutes, down to 1:52 before halftime. See what we got here. See what Bo Washington's got up his sleeve.
We haven't seen him put the ball in the air too many times here today, but they have had some success with this, you know, 8-man front that that Germany runs. That you can have some success, some man-to-man coverage out on the edges, and we've seen them exploit that a little on some corner routes and things like that.
Nice job rolling out that time. That's number 9, Aaron Green from Aragon Middle School into quarterback. Incomplete pass. Looks like we're going to have not an illegal touch. It's an official's timeout. Looks like we got somebody down. Nice ball, just touched, a little bit underthrown.
Yeah, Hackert again, the linebacker, showing he can not only do well in run support, they're out in coverage, breaking the play up. Just a tough pass for the quarterback to try and get it just over the head of the linebacker, Hackert, but, you know, keep it enough in play to where your running back can get it. It's a tight window to throw to, and one that he just couldn't get over the big linebacker is making plays all over the field.
I'd like to take a second and just talk about some of our sponsors. Of course, we've talked about McDonald's already, but several organizations have chipped in to really help make this thing go. And we owe a big debt of gratitude to these guys. The Parisi Speed School, Cavender's Boot City, Rawlings, maker of many fine leather sporting goods products, BEB, giving their time and their effort and their money to us. Joe Myers Toyota, Janus One Unlimited, Allstate Insurance Group from DeMontron Insurance, Hot Lights. Of course, McDonald's we've already mentioned, and MAC. Really like to thank these people for jumping on board and helping out and making this a reality for all these kids and have this great international experience. Going to be third down and about 14 for Uncle Chuc from Houston, Texas, in the black versus the green machine from Germany. Toss back to Charles Woods, and he's going to fumble again. Looks like the play was made in the midair. 52, I believe, made that play. Hunter Adams from Cy-Fair. Let's see if he picks that ball off in midair. There it is. Nice hands. That's every lineman's dream, isn't it?
Getting a chance to do something with the football, but the swarming defense for the green machine there to not allow the big man to have any kind of forward progress made off the fumble recovery. And another 4th and long.
We're going to get a timeout from Germany. They're going to stop the clock now with 37 seconds left. Have a chance to get the ball back and maybe make something happen before halftime.
Yeah, great call there by great call there by Coach Friedrich to know you can't take those timeouts with you. There's no reason not to stop that clock and give the ball back to an offense that's really starting to find a rhythm and gash this Uncle Chuc defense and maybe get another touchdown here late in this first half.
Do you think there may be an ulterior motive to this timeout? You know, today is his birthday. Maybe there's some kind of birthday cake going on or something down there where Coach Friedrich is having an opportunity to celebrate his 46th birthday. Happy birthday, Coach.
He's done a great job so far, and it's looking like it could be a happy birthday with his team well ahead, 20-0 here late in this first half. And when you're up and it's your birthday, you want to, I guess, drag that game out as long as you can, taking timeouts wherever you can.
Now, from what I understand, the championship game last year, it was Germany versus the Texans. Of course, the Texans are playing in the second game today, so the winner of this game will play the winner of the Canadian-Texas game. So possibility of a rematch from last year. And from what I understand from Coach Friedrich, they're not going home until Tuesday. So they've got a couple of days to see a little bit more town. Of course, we've already talked about going to Galveston tomorrow. But looks like we're ready to play. 4th down now and about 19. Uncle Chuc looks like they're going to punt the ball away. 37 seconds now till halftime. Good snap. Ball's away. Get a nice roll.
Oh, no.
That's a mistake there.
Absolutely.
Germany goes after the loose ball and looks like they touch it in the field of play, which makes it a live ball. Fabian Whites. Let's look and see here if he actually does touch it. We do have a flag.
Yeah, there was really no reason for Fabian Whites to try and jump on this ball.
Ball recovered by Eli Prusik from Langham Creek. Had an illegal block in the back call. Of course, they're going to decline that penalty so they can keep the ball now. 25 seconds left in the first half. Uncle Chuc, benefactor of the 3rd turnover or 4th turnover? 4th turnover now early in the game from Germany. Sets up Uncle Chuc at the 34-yard line. I believe they have 1 timeout left. An opportunity to see if they could get something done here in the last 25 seconds. Quarterback is Nick Chakrigan. Back in the game. Of course, we saw number 9 earlier today. Aaron Green was in for a spell. This is Nick. Back in that familiar wishbone. Germany's coming. Beautiful tackle right there.
Great open field
Beautiful
hit.
form tackle. That's Fabian Whites making up for that fumble earlier.
One of the players that we heard Coach Friedrich bring up and talk about in terms of who were some of your defensive playmakers, who was going to be all over the football, and Fabian Whites.
Look at that, beautiful tackle.
Puts his head right in the chest, drives his feet. Great form tackle there.
That's going to take us to halftime. We're here at Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas, for the World Youth American Football Association World Championship. Germany, the Green Machine, leads 20-0 over Uncle Chuc Allstars from Houston, Texas. We're going to take a timeout to begin the halftime festivities, and we'll be back on the other side. Final game between Uncle Chuc Allstars from Houston, Texas, and the Green Machine from Germany. We're getting ready to start the 3rd quarter. Germany leads 20-0. And Mason, we've seen quite a display of offensive football from the German team.
Yeah, it's been pretty much all on the ground so far. We've seen a lot of counters, which that's pretty complicated stuff for how young some of these guys are. Some of them still in middle school. You don't really see counters and whatnot on the middle school level, but counter game, the run game has really started to gash. They've really started to find a rhythm towards the end of that 1st quarter, all throughout the 2nd quarter. They had some fumbling problems early on. Those got corrected, and ever since the turnovers have subsided, the offense has really started to click.
Start the second half now. Uncle Chuc in the black is kicking off the Germany.
And we have an onside kick.
That was intentionally.
And Germany falls on the ball.
Germany does take over. Recovery made there by number 35.
Noah Lay.
Noah Lay.
Germany
going to take over now on their side of the field at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10.
Another member of those Cologne Crocodiles. A lot of players from that club group. A lot of them making plays all over the field, both sides of the ball, including both running backs in the backfield right now.
Looks like Uncle Chuc only has 10 players out there. We've seen this before. This is Heydrich on the carry. He's going to pick up about 16-yard line, 16 yards, bring up another first down for Germany. We've seen them go to this place several times. They're just kicking out the end and folding up underneath that and running down the field and getting 10, 12, 14 yards at a time.
And Heydrich has just been dominant every time they've put the ball in his hands. He's had some great blocking, no doubt. Those offensive linemen, especially in the counter game, have gotten push, kick out blocks, doing what they need to do. And with holes so big, it's easy to see why Heydrich is probably rushing for 15 yards a pop almost.
Nice job of clearing out and throwing the ball in the flat. Beautiful job there by Johannik Moritz. Throwing the ball to number 39, I believe.
Simple little running back out of the backfield, give it to your playmakers and allow them to go to work in space. Makes one man miss, and this is why you put the ball in that other hand, because you take a shot right on the right side of your body with the ball in the right hand, it's going to come popping out. Luckily, he was along that sideline. It was not a fumble.
Patrick Schulter on the reception. First down 10 now for Germany. The ball is at the 15-yard line, threatening again. They lead 20-0 early in the third quarter. We get a flag. Johannik Moritz on the throw. We do get a flag coming from the umpire. Typically see holding in that situation. Some kind of a personal foul.
That'll set him back 15 yards. Quarterback Johan Knecht, he's, especially on those play action rollouts, he's trying to fit the ball in some tight windows. Threw an interception down in the goal line and back in the second quarter. Nearly threw another one there.
15-yard penalty. Still remains
big 15-yard penalty sets him back now to the 30-yard line.
25 at the Texas
First down, 25. Need to get the ball to the 5 for a first down.
Left in the third quarter.
First down now. Trips formation. This is something new. We haven't seen this tonight. Quick screen to the right.
Pass to number 21.
That is a forward pass. Ball goes to Heydrich. It's incomplete. Bring up second down now, 25.
Second down.
Looked like they had the screen play set up. Defensive line rushing into the quarterback, and that's what you teach a defensive lineman. If it's easy, it's wrong, because there's not too many offensive linemen that you're just going to blow by that easily, but Heydrich just couldn't haul it in.
See what offensive coordinator really Peter Doletsky has in mind for us here. Second down and 25.
Texas 30. There's the snap. And off.
Counter again.
Heydrich around the right side down to the 18-yard line.
Gets the ball down to the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Pick up about 12.
That will leave Germany with a third down and about 14 yards to go.
Gonna fake.
So just that GT. They've been running it just a different formation that time.
Yeah, they fake it to Schluter, give it back to Heydrich, who's just had a tremendous game so far. Able to turn the corner, and then not only that, once he turns that corner, he's able to tiptoe that sideline for a few extra yards.
Third down now, about 13.
There's your snap, the handoff.
Ball goes to Schulter. Working that left side out there. Got his eyes on the stakes. It looks like he might have it. Just inside the 5. That should be good for first down now.
Number 29. Patrick Schulter.
Patrick Schulter on the carry. Does get the first down. Going to bring up first down now in goal. Germany threatening. 10 minutes and 22 seconds now in the third quarter. I'm sorry. They already lead 20-0, and Uncle Chuck's in trouble again.
Absolutely. It'll be a first and goal at about the 5. But what really makes this play, when you watch, it's the seal block on the edge by, I believe, number 81, Reza Mahmoudi. He's engaged with that defensive back, and anytime you hear a defensive coach say, force the ball back inside, that's where your help is. And that's why it's so important for the cornerback in the running game is to shed that block, get to the outside, make that running back cut back up inside, force back to the help. Cornerback wasn't able to do that. Led to a big gain.
Looks like Patrick was shaken up a little bit on that play. Offensive coordinator for Germany is Peter Doletsky. Done a nice job today of really mixing it up and throwing that counter. And you know, the old Americans say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So why not go to it time and time again? And it's paid off tonight as they've been able to get big yardage off that running game.
Heydrich for the most part, but Schulter's been able to chip in and have some positive running plays as well.
Germany now in the spread formation. 2 receivers each way. Inside zone play. He's going to pick up a yard. Nice job just working it up inside. Just trying to find a little crease. Con Oskin on the carry. Tackle made in there by number 52. Hunter Adams.
On the carry, number 42.
On that play, his first carry of the afternoon.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Germany has the ball at Texas 2. There's a snap, quarterback sneak up the middle, and we have a score.
Is that Johannik? Johannik Moritz on the keep. Will pick up the 2 yards necessary for a first down. Germany again on the scoreboard. Just a simple quarterback sneak. Did you know that's the least practiced play in football?
Is that right?
I read that somewhere the other day. It was a trick question. Somebody said, hey, coach, what's the least often practiced play in football? I said, golly, so-and-so and so-and-so, no, so-and-so and so, no. It's the quarterback sneak.
Seems about right. You really only need 2 people to know what they're doing, the center and the quarterback.
Germany now lined up to go for 2. Looks like the read. Johannik keeps it. Tries to work up toward the guard and the A gap. He's going to be stopped short. So the try for 2 is no good. Germany, though, scores again to go up 26-0 with 9:35 left in the first half. I'm sorry, in the third quarter. And we'll be right back after this short break.
I'm Deanna De La Garza, and I am your local McDonald's owner-operator. I grew up right here in this great state of Texas, and I am a proud member of your community, and so are our employees. And through the Ronald McDonald House Charities of Houston, Galveston, we support numerous initiatives that benefit education and the community. Our Fry Fund has pledged over $1 million to the Ronald McDonald House Caremobiles, which provide free health care services to families in need. The fund also awards college scholarships to outstanding high school students. There's so much more to learn about McDonald's, your owner-operators, employees, and the things we're doing in your community.
I'm Jonathan Chan, and I'm a proud Texas McDonald's owner-operator. Did you know that Texas owner-operators contribute more than $1.4 billion annually to the state economy and the communities we serve? That's $3.8 million a day. In 2012, we employed over 65,000 Texans in our 1,100 McDonald's restaurants and paid more than $650 million in taxes. As community partners, we are dedicated and invested in Texas, our neighborhoods, as well as you and your family. We support numerous educational programs, community organizations, and donate nearly $500,000 in Ronald McDonald House Charity scholarships each year. We invite you to learn more about McDonald's, our menu innovations, and our Texas hospitality. Visit us at www.mctexas.com or your local McDonald's.
Over 80% of the menu items at McDonald's is under 400 calories. So now when you go into the stores, you're gonna see these favorites under 400 calories, and it starts with 400, lists some menu options, 300, 200, down to 100. So whatever your choices are, there's definitely an option for you. McDonald's has always been transparent about their menu labeling and menu options. They have been showing their consumers the calorie levels and the nutrition information since the 70s. And it has evolved now to where the place that you're ordering, you can see the calorie levels. You go through the drive-through, you're going to see the calories. You come into a store, posted right there, you're going to find your calorie levels. And I think this is just another option for customers to really decide, you know, what they want to eat and find something that fits their health goals.
Welcome back to Tully Stadium. Gary Bruton alongside Mason Pratt. And while we were gone, Germany kicked off to Uncle Chuc, who had a little trouble getting out of the end zone. They've run a play. It's second down now and 9 from their own 2-yard line. Germany leads 26-0.
Yeah, kickoff return team trying to make something happen, trying to reverse field when they were pinned near the sideline, but the Green Machine defense, or special teams unit, I should say, was there.
Snap, pitch, number 22.
And Ansar Richardson on the carry gets the corner. Looks like he stayed in bounds. We're going to have a 98-yard touchdown.
How about that?
Ansar Richardson takes it the length of the field, just about.
And what looked like it was going to be a play that was going to get tackled in the end zone for the safety. Instead, it's a toss right side to Richardson. He's going to follow his blockers. Great block there by Charles Woods, seal block. Just a decleater on the outside, and then just missed tackles along the sideline. Last-ditch effort trying to get Richardson out of bounds, couldn't do it. And from there, it's a foot race, and Richardson wins that one.
Great job of walking the tightrope down the sidelines. Richardson goes 98 yards to put Uncle Chuc on the scoreboard now with 8:20 to go in the third quarter. Let's see what they do here. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Pitch this way to Charles Woods. Nice shoestring tackle. We've called that number before. That's Fabian Wheats.
Oh, yeah. Coming from the backside. You really don't anticipate the linebacker from the back end to make a play like this on a toss. But a great job in pursuit. Goes low, gets what he can. Another running back, and it's enough to trip him up.
Looks like he actually had a crease. Let's go ahead and take our first break in the second half. Germany leads Uncle Chuc 26-6 in the third quarter from Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas.
Germany Green Machine 26.
Back at Tully Stadium, Gary Bruton alongside my friend Mason Pratt. And you know, the Ronald McDonald House really does an awful lot of good things for the children around here, but talking with the German clan that's here this weekend, they had a chance to visit one of the Ronald McDonald houses here in Houston, and they tell us that the kids from Germany were really touched by what's going on over there.
Absolutely. They said it was a great opportunity for their kids to not just, you know, come here and do the shopping and whatnot, but to come and spend some time at the Ronald McDonald House. Some assistants said that they had a great time over there, and it's always a good thing to hear.
Uncle Chuc gets on the scoreboard early in the third quarter, 26-6 now as Germany leads. Saw an onside kick the last time. This time gets into it a little bit, finds a soft spot over there. Ball stays in bounds. Germany just has to fall on it. That's our friend Fabian Wheats over there. Take possession now about the 30-yard line as Germany goes to business. We talked already about some of the coaches. Of course, Kay Friedrich is the head coach. Peter Doletsky is the offensive coordinator. Payman Dalili is the defensive coordinator. Ariza Akagi is the running back coach and the associate head coach. Bernd Franzen coaches the defensive line. Bernd Gunther coaches the quarterbacks. Philippe Stosberg coaches the offensive line, and Gunnar Stroming handles the defensive back duties for Team Germany.
Well, Coach Stosberg has done a great job with that offensive line so far. They have done a tremendous job against this defense for Uncle Chuck, and look out.
He turns to the right side. He dances a chip outside the 45.
Got a new quarterback in the game. Dion Gunther comes into the game and hands the ball off to number 4. That's Adam, I believe, isn't it? Dennis Rayer. It's that GT play. Finds a nice hole, and he makes a nice move there. Stays on his feet. Really nice job.
Showing the shiftiness, just 5'9", about $175 listed on our roster. Excuse me, 5'9", 158. So even smaller, but showing the shiftiness there. We could see it down the field, just the size of this German team. The new quarterback, Dion Gunther, 6'6", 185.
1st and 10. This is Friedrich on the carry. GT once again. Tackle for no gain this time. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Germany working from our left to our right, dressed in the white. Nice job in there, sticking your head in there.
It's something that's nice to see. I've seen it on a number of occasions in between plays. Is players, high-fiving each other, players helping up one another. It's certainly not a rivalry or anything like that, but it's anytime you see sportsmanship in a game that's as physical as football, it's always an encouraging thing to see.
And for our Canadian friends, that would be the 51.
Little bootleg action here. Dion Gunther, nice job delivering the ball to Patrick Schulter. Patrick picks up about 5. 2nd down now, or 3rd down, and let's say 6 yards to go. Germany on the move again, 6:50 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Green machine with a little motion, speed sweep. Nice job of misdirection here. Handoff goes to number 42. That's the first carry we've had from number 42. No, he carried on the goal line, didn't he? Kaz Oksan. Con Oskin. Let me pronounce it better. You see the fake on the speed sweep and then come back inside. Nice job. Picks up about 12. 1st down and 10 now. Germany at the 38-yard line. Looks like they're in hurry-up mode. Everybody checking their wristbands for the play call.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a flag. A couple of guys in motion pre-snap.
We'll wait for Mr. Richardson's preliminary signal.
Illegal motion is the call.
Mr. Richardson signals an illegal motion.
Yeah, both guys from the slot thinking that they were the ones that are going to go in motion
And we have a timeout.
on that pre-snap play. But
We believe that is their first timeout of the 2nd half.
Germany's going to take a timeout here.
Left in the 3rd quarter. Our score.
They didn't mark off the penalty yet.
Texas Eagles 6.
Beautiful night for football, of course. Middle part of April here in Texas. The spring football is kind of starting to pick up, and talking with the officials, there's actually been a spring game already. So
wow,
kind of getting in the mood again. Everybody getting all excited about August, and great chance for these kids to get out and put some pads on before the season starts and have a chance to go
beautiful
play.
Day out there. It's finally started to warm up. We had some unusually cool weather this past week or so.
Setting up the GT again.
Up the middle, number 42.
This is Ozcan.
For a pickup of about 9 yards. Looks like
it'll be
it'll
close to
over
that
just
first
short
down
of the
marker.
first down, I believe.
29-yard line.
Again, it's a play we've seen over and over. The GT, they're just showing it to us from a couple of different formations, a couple of different motions. Doing a nice job of mixing it up.
Now with a comfortable lead here, about halfway through this 3rd quarter, getting some reps in for players to didn't get some snaps in that first half. Almost an entirely new offensive backfield.
Here we go with the motion again.
There's your snap. Quarterback number 17 for Germany drops back. Long pass.
Beautiful
down
ball.
the middle.
Just a little bit overthrown. Dion Gunther. Nice ball down the middle, throwing the ball for Oscar Stumpf.
Yeah, they're going to fake the jet
Nice job
sweep.
of protection.
Great job by number 77, Yannick Rohrschneider, to pick up that blitz off the edge. Gunther does a good job stepping up into the pocket, fires the ball deep down the middle, just a little bit too much mustard on the throw. Overthrew Stump just a little bit.
29-yard line.
Third down now, just about a yard.
Snap. Quarterback 17, hands off.
See the GT again.
The number 4 for Germany.
Nice job of working his way through the open spots. Does a really nice job of keeping his feet, doesn't he? That's Dennis Rayer. We've seen him a couple of carries tonight.
He is a shifty running back, to say the least. He was just bobbing and weaving his way right through the defense, finding the holes, cutting inside, outside, making it hard for that Uncle Chuck defense to locate him and get him out of bounds, but not before he picked up the first down on that third down and short.
Dennis is from Amin Aces, hometown in Germany. 1st and 10 now, Germany. Gunther on the bootleg again.
Picked off.
Underthrows this one. It gets intercepted. We do have a flag down.
As the players return to the other end of the field, and he returns it down to the 42-yard
Tackle
line
made by
of the
Gunther.
Germany Green Machine.
Interception that time made by Robert Stevens from Cullen Middle School. There is a flag.
Yeah, tough
Actually, there's 2 flags. We've got an illegal substitution, and then we've got a chop block. So both of them go against the defense. Looks like we'll bring this one back and do it again.
Yeah, tough for Gunther as a right-handed quarterback, rolling left, having to throw across his body and have pressure coming into your face. Makes it hard to be accurate and put the ball where you want to. Put it a little bit too far inside. Stevens was able to jump it and get the pick.
Mr. Richardson sorts it out with the Germany captain. We have a personal foul and illegal block. That penalty will be declined. We have an illegal substitution foul on the offense, and that penalty will be accepted. That will be
but it's going to be all for naught. And that really could have been a spark for this Uncle Chuck team to perhaps get back in it. They were about to be set up with great field position on the Green Machine side of things. So you go from a turnover to a 1st and 5 for Germany.
It's fake to the GT again. Mr. Heinrich. Dion Gunther plays for the Dusseldorf Panthers. Albert Einstein Gymnasium High School.
25 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Good looking young quarterback. Kid's got a lot of size.
Oh, yeah.
Does a nice job rolling out, throwing the ball. Listed on our program, 6'6" and 190. Germany now 2nd down and short, about a yard. Ball just inside the 10. Dion Gunther going to keep the ball and take it down to about the 1. Well, maybe the 2.
2nd down and short when your quarterback's 6'6". Why not run the quarterback sneak? And picking up 8 yards out of it is just a bonus.
By number 17, Dion Gunther.
3:40 now. Clock's ticking. Germany on the move inside the 5. Down about the 2-yard lines, threatening once again. And we get some flags.
And we once again have flags down on the field.
Thought we had a little motion outside. Yeah. Illegal procedure one more time. Back them up 5, so put the ball about the 7.
It will make it first and about
still be 1st down and goal.
1st and goal on about the 8-yard line for the German Green Machine.
This Green Machine team, I think by far has the largest team in terms not only in the physical size, but also the number of players that they've brought over here. I believe looking at the program last year, they brought 45 players over and faced off against a Texas team that just had 19. So it's bringing over a lot of kids.
Mr. Charles Wood.
Nice job from Dion Gunther getting the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. Down inside the 5. Vincent Carmen on the reception. Second down now, about 2. Nice job of catching the ball.
Simple little curl route short of the end zone, but man, when you're having to go so low and your legs kind of bending in and you take a shot, it's be really dangerous. That's why he was limping off the field right now.
And they line up at the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And flag once again.
Looked like we were going to see the GT again.
After that 5-yard mark off,
Jonas Luther looks like jumped a little bit early. Mark off 5 and take it back to the 7. So we're playing between the 2 and the 7 here. Germany now 1st and goal. Still inside the 10. They lead 26-6. Late in the 3rd quarter. This is the first playoff game.
And
Handoff to Woodrick.
Handoff to none other than number 21, Vincent Heydrich. And he gains a short gain about 4.
Gets down to about the 3. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Heydrich on the counter again. The guard and the tackle don't really pull quick enough. The defense is already in the backfield. They were almost pushing the right guard, Fabian Kratz, into the backfield.
And we have a score.
Quarterback sneak. Dion Gunther keeps it.
Quarterback number 17, Dion Gunther.
Carries the ball about 4 yards for a touchdown. 6 more for Germany. They go up now 32-6. Late in the 3rd quarter.
First time Gunther scored today. We've seen the quarterback sneak go for, I believe, 3 touchdowns already here this afternoon. Gunther says, I want in on that too.
Try to throw for it here. Gets tackled from behind. Nice job from Uncle Chuc. Tyler Lutt from Cy-Fair High School does a great job coming in from the backside. Tackles Dion Gunther for a loss. No good on the extra point try. It's 32-6 now, nearing the end of the 3rd quarter.
See the
see
run
the
by
play we've seen over and over.
Heydrich again. It's just been all day against this Uncle Chuc defense. And how big does that penalty loom now? It could have been 26-6 with your team well in good field position on your way. Instead, it give the ball right back to the green machine, and they cash it in with another touchdown.
Really unique opportunity for these kids from Germany. They, in speaking earlier with their media representatives, they spent 2 days already in the shopping malls and getting used to the American shopping culture, finding access to some things that they don't have easy access to in Germany. Things like the Under Armour products and some of the shoes they were telling us are more available over here. So the kids are just having a good time getting out and
they were
seeing some things.
They were praising the cheap prices here down here in the States. Said Under Armour and the sneakers that they were buying up cost quite a bit more on the other side of the pond. So Green Machine players taking advantage of that.
Kicks away. We saw this earlier on the last kickoff. Big tackle down inside the 10. It's K-Ron Freeman, also from the Cy-Fair area. See the ball gets between them.
And Freeman, once this ball rolls into the end zone, you just got to kneel it right there. There's really no reason to bring it out. Just kneel it down, make it a touchback. Instead, tries to make something out of nothing and can barely get out to about the 10-yard line.
And we have a timeout. Texas.
Uncle Chuck's going to take a timeout.
Their first charge timeout.
Let's take a timeout along with them. We're getting ready to start the 4th quarter. 1:50 to go here in the 3rd. 32-6, Germany over Uncle Chuc.
At 6 a.m., millions of hardworking Americans roll out of bed. Early risers, we call them, go-getters. Walk to the train, grab a coffee, at their desk by 7:30, ready to take on the world. Pretty impressive. Except when you realize America's dairy farmers, they've already been at work for 4 hours. By 7:30, dairy farmers have done the day's first milking, cleaned the stalls, maybe fed the calves, and their day has just begun. The hard work done by these men, women, and their families is without peer. They do it because they love it. Wouldn't dream of doing anything else, but that doesn't make it any less hard. McDonald's would like to thank them for, well, everything. For their commitment, their dedication, and of course, for the finest dairy products produced anywhere in the world. Unequaled quality, and a big reason McDonald's is so proud of what they serve. Dairy farming is a 365-day-a-year job. Hard work that starts hours before the sun rises and ends long after it sets. From the rest of us who benefit from all that hard work, we can only say thanks. What you do every day is truly amazing. The only thing more amazing? How in the world you ever found the time to pose for all these cool pictures.
Really was some cool pictures there, wasn't it? We'd like to thank McDonald's and the Ronald McDonald House for our sponsorship in this unique tournament. We come back now to the third quarter where Germany leads Uncle Chuc 32-6. Uncle Chuc from Houston, Texas in the black jerseys has the ball 1st and 5 after a 5-yard penalty. They get tackled for about a 3-yard loss there. Number 6, Antonio Brooks with the carry.
And there you see Jacob Zimmer, top of your screen, comes up, undercuts the block from Charles Woods, and takes down the running back well in the backfield because it was an offsides penalty on the first down. So a loss of about 3 or 4 yards there on that play.
Second down now, about 8.
Texas comes to the line. We have 2nd and 8. And your snap and the handoff up the middle.
Handoff inside.
And a pickup of
Ball
about
carrier, Mr.
5
Brooks
to 6
again.
yards.
He's going to get about 8. Well, about 6. Marked a little short. Simple dive play.
The offensive line gets pretty good push. They go down low to create the hole along that right side. Brooks just following where the hole is, cutting up, makes it a 3rd down and manageable.
Texas with about a 3rd and about 3. From their own.
3rd down, about 3 now.
17-yard line.
Probably be the last play of the 3rd quarter.
With 24 seconds left in the quarter, Texas comes to the line.
Uncle Chuc now 3rd and 3. Looks like we had some motion problems there.
A fumble recovered there.
There appears to be a fumble on the play, and the Germany Green Machine have recovered.
Noah Lay. Just
with 4 seconds
the exchange
left in
between the center
quarter.
and quarterback went awry.
Germany takes over. That's the Texas 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
You see the hike, it bounces right off Chakregan and just dies right in front of the offensive line. Green Machine able to be there, and the awareness from Lay to pick it up.
Green Machine, once again, deep inside Uncle Chuc territory.
With 4 seconds left in the quarter. That will be
Uncle Chuc going to take a timeout now, 4 seconds to go.
They will have
down
one
32-6, late in the 3rd. Germany threatening one more time. Of course, in our second game today, the second semifinal, we have the team from Canada playing the Texans, who is the host team, I guess, in this scenario. We spoke earlier with the coach from Canada, P.J. Chirelli. I think I pronounced that right. Please don't don't hold it against me. Canada came down. They got down a couple of days ago. They've had a few days now to practice. Of course, they're coming out of the snow. So I'm kind of interested to see how that goes and see if they have any problems with the heat. Of course, it's a beautiful night now, but Team Canada versus the Texans, game 2.
Yeah, heard Coach Cuccelli say that the humidity down here doesn't bother them a lick because they're used to that lake weather up there in London, Ontario. Should be an interesting matchup. The Texans, the defending champs of this tournament, won this one over this very same Green Machine team a year ago, 20-12. In the championship game from a year ago, held in Paris. For those Texas kids, I bet that was an adventure heading over to Paris, playing some football. And
Deion Gunther, nice throw to the flat.
Number 42 out in the flat.
It's Mr. Ozcan again, picks up about 1 in the third quarter for us. Germany, the Green Machine, all the way to Houston, Texas from Germany. Leads this team from Houston, Uncle Chuc, 32-6 at the end of the third quarter. And we'll be right back after a short timeout.
This whole property that we got, once upon a time, was part of a coal mine. We took something that some folks would have said, was absolutely worthless, and now we've got it producing food for people all around the world. It takes a lifetime to build a ranch, and that's kind of what we've been doing, and it's worked out pretty good for us. Good place to raise a family. My kids, they've been here and have been in the cattle business since they were old enough to walk. We take a great deal of pride in what we do here. Beef's what we do. We're all pitching in together, and if you're in for a penny, you're in for a pound. You got to learn to do the dance with these cows. It's not something that happens overnight. It comes with experience, and it comes with a lot of passion, and occasionally getting your butt kicked. You get to be pretty good at it, or you go find something else to do. There's no better job than one where you actually never go to work, and I don't think I've ever gone to work a day in my life, because I absolutely love it. Most everything that we put into these cattle comes from either from this ranch or somewhere local. The fact that we produce beef from McDonald's, it's a big deal. They have a certain set of quality expectations that absolutely have to be met. You can't get taste without good quality. There's no way to cut corners on that. As a parent and now a grandparent, it's great to see those kids take an active part in it. And one of these days I'm going to ride off into the sunset, and it'll be nice to know that somebody else will continue that tradition.
Welcome back to Tully Stadium. Just underway here in the fourth quarter as Germany's threatening one more time deep in Uncle Chuc territory. Watch this beautiful throw here from Deion Gunther.
Yeah, went for the end zone up high. Tried to go hit the fade route, a little bit underthrown. We go back, smash route.
Same play. Really like young Gunther's footwork in the pocket, keeps his feet moving and gets the ball up and out. Really good looking young quarterback. So keeps his feet moving, delivers the ball, a little underthrown. Just a few more reps. That young man's going to be a pretty good little quarterback.
He certainly has the size that you want from a quarterback, like we said, 6'6", close to about $185. He can get that accuracy down, like you said. He could really be a pretty good quarterback there.
So Uncle Chuc going to take over on downs. Looks like they're going to call timeout.
Final timeout of the half.
Bo Washington over there. Don't have the list of his assistant coaches, but talked about Bo Washington earlier and the program he's running over there. Committed to helping underprivileged children, Uncle Chuc Allstars. Kids come from primarily the inner city parts of Houston, but I noticed some of them are in the Katy and Cy-Fair areas, so they get together and get to play football. And what a great opportunity to play against somebody from a foreign country.
Absolutely. See Cy-Fair represented quite a bit on here. Langham Creek as well. Even some middle schoolers. Like you said, this is 14, 15, 16-year-old kids, so there is that kind of gap in between middle school and as well as high school where, you know, 14 to 16, those are some pretty big years in terms of growth and development. So you see on the other side of things, mostly 15, 16-year-olds on the German team, and they look every bit of 16, if not a few years older. There is some size for that green machine.
Uncle Chuck back in the wishbone. This is Charles Woods. We hadn't seen him with a carry here in the second half, but he gets the left end again, picks up about 15 yards. Nice first down. Sets up Uncle Chuck, first down and 10, about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's been doing mostly blocking here in the second half, but they finally give it to the big man on the toss around the left side. Some great blocks there. Antonio Brooks with a kick-out block. Charles Woods is a big old boy, and maybe another running back with a little bit more speed goes for a few more yards on that one. But a great carry there by Charles Woods. Not the first time that we've said that.
Uncle Chuck now, 1st and 10.
And as we resume play, Texas has the snap and the pitch.
Sweep to the right side. Nice job of running that down from his inside linebacker spot.
Noah Way, number 35, had the fumble recovery a moment ago.
Watch how far
See
he
him
comes.
from the right part of the screen. Just great pursuit angle. Lunges out, takes down the running back. Anzer Richardson.
Had that 98-yard touchdown run earlier today.
It's been the only spark of life for this Uncle Chuck offense, but wasn't going to break it there.
Germany now kind of got a fix on what they're trying to do running wide. They walked up those two outside linebackers really to a defensive end type of thing, trying to box everything inside. See how he's moved up there, number 49. Here he comes. Does a great job of taking out two blockers.
Fabian Wheats, he didn't make the play, and we've said this a number of times about some number of defenders for the Green Machine team is they're not making the tackle necessarily, but they're disrupting what the play is setting out to do. We see Wheats there come jumping in. It makes that running back jump back inside, and by then takes away all of his speed, all of the acceleration. By then, the rest of the defense is able to swarm him and bring him down.
3rd down now at about 6. Chigrin get run down from behind.
Sacked on the play.
Number 90.
Nicholas Hansen, listed at 6'5", 230. You see him just kind of slow playing it against the offensive line, using his hands to keep that offensive lineman away, just seeing what the quarterback's doing, and he rolls right to him. And then use those long arms, disengage that offensive lineman, go make the play. That's exactly what the big man did just then.
Lose about 7. We'll bring up 4th down and about 12. Clock running now, 8:20 to go in the 4th quarter. First semifinal game from the World Youth American Football Association semifinal game from Houston, Texas. We're at Tully Stadium. This is the Germany national team, basically from the North Rhine part of the country, versus the Uncle Chuck Allstars from Houston, Texas. Germany in the white, Uncle Chuck here in the black. They trail Germany 32-6. 4th down now at about 12. And looks like we're going to get a punt attempt.
Yeah, Coach Friedrich said that
looks like they have it
from that North Rhine-Westphalia area, and really the only all-star team in the entire country of Germany. So we get a lot of kids from that state. really the only game in town.
Got a flag again. This one's going to be the 15-yard variety. This is going to be roughing the kicker, so pretty sure Uncle Chuck will take this penalty and take the first down. Take a look here. Just a little bit over-aggressive.
Nice snap.
Of course, if he lays out and blocks that ball, he can make contact like that. That's number 33, Jacob Zimmer.
Yep.
A little bit too aggressive. That sets up Uncle Chuck up, first down and 10 now. The ball's there on 44-yard line.
And you see it kind of, mostly in the special teams is where some things are still trying to click together. We've seen it when the punt took a bounce, players jumping on it when they don't need to, but right there, and you don't want to go right at the punter. You want to go where his foot is going to be, lay out near that point where the ball is going to be. That way you completely avoid the punter altogether.
Charles Woods on the carry. Didn't quite get the sideline this time. We'll get about almost 5 yards, though, to bring up second down and a long 5.
Trying to tap that well again, going left side on the toss to Charles Woods. He does pick up some pretty good blocks. He doesn't make contact with the defense until he's about 5 or 6 yards down the field. That's exactly what you want out of a first down play.
Second down now, about 5. Nick Chuc under center.
As Texas snaps the ball.
Inside.
Hands off up the middle.
Inside give to the
After
fullback.
a gain of about 2 yards, it'll be third and about 3 yards for Texas at the 48-yard line, just across.
A little bit of misdirection. They've been hitting so many plays to the outside. Let's try the inside, see if we got everybody wiped out.
Well, the problem is they run right in to number 75, Lucas Scheel, 5'11", 242, playing that nose guard spot. He doesn't even necessarily beat his man on the offensive line. He just takes up enough room to close down that hole right away.
And snap
third
on
down,
third down and a
3.
pick. Texas around the right side, number 6.
We stopped just a little short.
Antonio Brooks on the carry.
Number 6, Antonio Brooks, does not get the edge, does not get the first down. He's going to be about 2 yards short.
Third down and about 2.
Nice job of pursuit from the backside.
Zimmer does a good job pushing his blocker into the backfield, making Brooks take a little bit wider, deeper turn before he can make that turn around the corner. By then, the pursuit is there, bringing him up.
Shall we say that name again? Fabian White's making that play. He's made a bunch of plays today, both sides, sideline to sideline.
Oh yeah, he's a rangy linebacker.
As Texas comes to the line, it's fourth down and about 1 yard.
Fourth down,
1.5 yards.
About 2. Uncle Chuck, give it to Charles Woods. Great block on the outside. That was a really nice block by Antonio Brooks out there to get the edge for him. Looks like they're going to get a first down.
About the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Brooks just pushes his man, the linebacker Zimmer. Follow Brooks, top of your screen. Great block, he engages him. Not only that, he sticks with it. Woods has enough speed to beat his man around the edge and just follows the block from Brooks. It's enough to pick up that first down.
You know, I was talking earlier with the officials for the game, and not the referee officials, but the officials from the league, and told them I'd really love to go to Germany and coach football one day. And although I can't actually go to Germany, according to our friends in the media department, at least I'm going to Germany tonight. I understand although it's 3 o'clock in the morning, they're awake over there watching this broadcast of their kids playing over here.
A lot of the parents.
So hello to all of our German friends.
Everybody in Germany.
Maybe about a half a yard.
Sun's doing you proud so far, up 32-6. Look at the job there by Zimmer again from the outside. He just comes running into the backfield, takes on that block, sheds it off, and is able to make enough contact with the running back, bringing him down. That's been the impressive part of the defensive side of things for this Green Machine team, is the play by the linebackers. We haven't called him much since. Number 58, Marius Kinsey, he's sat out most of this second half, but he was making some plays from the middle, just shooting through the A-gaps, making plays in the backfield, and now the outside linebackers starting to follow suit.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Texas lines up, second and about 11.
That's illegal.
Snap, handoff, and once again, Germany stops Texas for a short loss in the backfield.
Stop him short. I don't think the
Or it looks
officials
like
caught
maybe no
that.
game. It'll be third.
Fabian Wheats
About 11,
again.
With 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the game.
That's
Play that just looks.
That's the ex-receiver in motion. That's not legal. Got away with one that time.
There you see, you could just kind of tell by the body language as soon as that ball was snapped, just a play that was kind of disjumbled right from the get-go. Never really had a chance to find a rhythm there.
Third down now, about 11. Uncle Chuck.
As Texas comes to the line, third and about 11.
Back in the wishbone.
And the snap and the pitch.
Charles
Mr.
Woods.
Charles
Oh, my
Woods.
goodness. Great play
Once again,
outside.
Germany
Number 33 from Germany does a great job. Jacob Zimmer setting the edge. Watch right here as he boxes it in.
Zimmer comes sprinting in, takes on. Well, Brooks just never really even got a hat on him.
Going to lose 3 yards. Fourth down now, about 14.
Semifinal game tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
That was the two linebackers that Coach Friedrich was talking about.
To our friends from Germany
Wheats and Hackert making the play.
And making a great Easter weekend for everybody and some great football action. We welcome Canada and Germany. Thank you guys for coming.
Uncle Chuck, 32-6. Late in the fourth quarter, Tully Stadium, Houston, Texas, for the World Youth American Football Association semifinal game. They lead Uncle Chuck from Houston. 1:35 now and counting in the fourth quarter. Uncle Chuck, fourth down, about 14.
And there's the pitch.
Get the ball to Ansar Richardson.
22 around the right side for Texas.
Quite get the
After
corner
about a
this
6-yard
time.
gain.
Does pick up about 6, but that's going to be short. Germany will take over. First down now, about their 42-yard line.
There you see the linebackers just coming downhill, setting the edge. Richardson able to break free of it, get to the second level. But there's our man Kinsey making the play a little bit further downfield, bringing him down well short. From here on out, I believe it should just be victory formation time for the Green Machine.
I'd like to again thank some of our sponsors for this event. McDonald's, of course, who we've talked about several times tonight, in the Ronald McDonald House where every penny counts. Cavender's Boot City, Parisi Speed School, Rawlings. First down 10 now, Dion Gunter. Pitches to Adam Rearer.
And the snap, pitch to
Stay in bounds.
Run out of bounds. Actually going to keep the clock running at 1:15 and counting. It may see B-E-B-T-P.
Near the 1 minute mark, ending the first game of the semifinals.
Janus 2 Unlimited.
2014
Allstate Group.
Championship.
Hot Lights, and of course McDonald's. Thank you once again to all of our sponsors for making this possible. Looks like Germany's going to move on to play the winner of the Texans versus Team Canada coming up immediately following this game. Dion Gunter just takes a knee. That should do it. For some reason, the clock is stopped.
Well, Germany just came in here and dominated on the offensive side of things, defensively as well. They knew what Uncle Chuck was going to do. They were going to stick to the ground game, and defensively, Germany just stacked the box in that 3-5 blitz-happy defense that Coach Friedrich talked to us about earlier on. and they were just making plays, making sound tackles all over the field. And offensively, you know, when you hear a coach say that they run the spread like Coach Friedrich did, you're expecting some read option to put the ball in the air, and that's not really the case as to what happened here tonight. They stuck to the ground game. It looked, you know, a lot of counters and whatnot. We talked a lot about those counters and how effective they were. And, a well-done job by Coach Friedrich and his staff to move on, play for the championship on Sunday.
Well, congratulations to Germany. We'll wait and see who they play. Once again, from Tully Stadium in Houston, Texas, the World Youth American Football Association semifinal game. Germany, the Green Machine, beats team from Houston, Texas, Uncle Chuc Allstars, 32-6. We'll be back for game 2 after a short break.
Basically, it starts with stem, underground stem, which 10 weeks later, that's what you've got.
Lamb Weston started business with McDonald's in 1971, so it's been 38 years, and it's been a wonderful relationship. I think one of the things that McDonald's expects from us at all times is continuous improvement, whether it be in food safety, in product quality. They're always raising the bar and expecting more from us as a supplier.
I would like to welcome you to the 100 Circles Lamb Weston Farm here in Eastern Washington, home of the world-famous McDonald's fries. I'm Troy Grimes. I'm the Director of Farm and Dairy Operations here at the corporate farm. 100 Circles was put in about 1975, and at the time it was 100 Circles. In about 1997, the farm was expanded to what its current capacity, which is roughly around 158 circles at this point in time. A third of this farm goes into potato production every year, and that starts about March 10th. We start planting potatoes, and about 120 days later, we start harvest right around the middle of July. When we're digging potatoes, we can dig anywhere from 1,000 to 2,400 tons of potatoes per day that we will send into the Lamb Weston facilities for processing. The majority of those go into McDonald's fries.
In the background, you'll find an example of one of our irrigation center pivots. It's comprised of wheel and motor assemblies that are supported by a tower pipe, which is a pressurized pipe, and from that you'll have drop hoses that apply water through the sprinklers near the crop canopy. The principle behind farming in a circle is it's a very efficient way to farm, especially higher value crops where timing of water application and fertility, which is also applied through the water. So as we look at protecting our natural resources and applying the proper waters and efficiencies to the field, the center pivot is a very efficient way to do that.
Basically, it's the human touch that of the person being out in the field, whether it's myself as the agronomist or the grower. We're all environmentalists out here in the field. The activities of growing the crops here at 100 Circle Farms starts right from the very beginning with a good seed piece that we meticulously cut the seed and we plant it the same day, where we do have a crew that goes out as well as myself and pulls tissue samples from the potatoes as well as the soil sample. And what we're trying to do is just monitor the health of the crop through the different growth stages. What Lamb Weston is looking for is the uniformity of the potatoes, that they're uniform on the stem end as well as they are on the bud end. And that's the quality that we're looking for across the whole field, that so we can have those uniform fry color from one end of the tuber or one end of the fry to the other end. That's what we're striving here for.
This is a double L 3-row potato harvester. We use this in potato harvest. We have 8 of them in our fleet out here as we dig potatoes on a daily basis. And basically what occurs here is you look at the machine, you'll see a blade that we're digging underneath the potatoes about 12 inches to pull the potatoes and the vine up into the machine. As it crosses into the primary belt, it's dropping the dirt off and carrying the vine and potatoes back into what we call the secondary belt. At that point, vine continues off the back of the machine. We like the vines going back into the field so we get organic matter buildup for next year's crop, and there's some nutrient value out of the vines. Then the potatoes continue up the conveyor onto another dirt eliminator before they're loaded into the 10-wheeler trucks that will go over to the transload site. Where we're at now is what we call our transload site. This is where potatoes are delivered from the field and are further cleaned of dirt and debris. This is the last place we get an opportunity to look at the quality of the product before we send it to the Hermiston plant. Yeah, this is a Lamb Weston semi that we've just loaded with potatoes that have been harvested within the last hour. He will deliver these potatoes to the Hermiston processing facility, and within the next 10 hours they'll be turned into French fries that will go to McDonald's.
Hi, my name is Mark Schuster. I'm the production manager here at the Lamb Weston Hermiston plant. Welcome to the Hermiston plant, where we've been proud makers of the McDonald's world famous French fry for over 35 years. Here we are at receiving, and this is where we bring the potatoes into the plant for processing. Each one of these trucks holds between 25 and 30 tons, and this truck just came from 100 Circles Farms. As you can see here, we're going to take a sample off each truck, and we're going to move them into our raw product grading lab, where we're going to look at the potato for things like color, shape, all the things that make up the quality aspects of a potato. And we do that to make that quality McDonald's French fry. Here we are at the steam peelers, and what we do in this process is we remove the peel from the outside of the potato. After the potatoes leave the peelers, they'll move to the barrel washers. That will then just use water to rinse the loosened peel off the outside of the potatoes. At the trim tables, what we're primarily doing here is we're going to remove anything that came from the field, non-potatoes like rocks or vines or corn cobs. But the trimmers are also going to trim off any major blemishes that may be on the potatoes. After the trim table, the potatoes move to the water cutting system. And how we do that, turn those potatoes into that world famous McDonald's shoestring, is the potatoes will drop into a water pump. They'll then shoot forward into a lamb gun knife. And as you can see, what it is a grid of knives. The potato will shoot through at about 70 miles per hour. Now we're going to start the processing of the French fries, and we call it the art of processing. Each step that these French fries go through, we're building quality in, because at the end of the end product is we want a good, consistent French fry for McDonald's and their customers. What the blancher does, it'll remove the natural sugars. The blancher will also set up the internal texture of a French fry. When you go to McDonald's and you open up that French fry, look inside, it should look nice and fluffy like a baked potato, and that's what the blancher does for us. After the blancher, the strips will then go into our dryer. What that does, it really sets up a nice external texture when you bite into a McDonald's French fry. Here the French fries are at the fryer, and they'll enter the fryer for a quick partial cooking process and trans fat-free oils. And what the fryer does for us is it gives it that nice crisp exterior texture, nice crisp shell.